and welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we're talking about how you can help your future self. Hey Janine.
Hey Shannon, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. You know, we haven't talked about the weather for a while, but I just have to share with you that it's sunny and 73 degrees. And when I looked at my phone app, weather app, it says that tomorrow there's a 100% chance of snow.
What?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say when you looked at your weather app, you saw that it is also sunny and 73 in Portland.
Oh, is it? Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you don't have any snow in the forecast.
No, I don't believe we have snow in the forecast. That is so weird.
Yeah, it'll go away quickly, but it's going to get below freezing and it's going to snow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just unreasonable.
Yeah, agreed. I have another chance to wear my wool tights before I put them away.
Oh, well, that's exciting.
Yes. Right. And I'll be able to wear 2 or possibly 3 wool dresses at the same time.
Have you worn all 3 together?
I haven't, but I just got the 3rd one. But I'm wearing 2 right now.
Do they end up being like petticoats?
Well, today my new slate, I want to call it slate gray. It's like storm gray. I think it's kind of blue. Dress is on the lower level, the inner one, the first one, and then I put the black one over it, and I tied it at the waist.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Well, that's neither here nor there, is it? Sorry.
No, but I mean, you are helping your future self by knowing what to expect for tomorrow.
That's right. And I'm helping my future self by limiting my choices of what to wear.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And helping your present self.
Yes, that's true.
But this idea of helping your future self, I don't know, somehow it just makes things a little easier for me when I think about how much happier I will be having something done or having made a decision. Mm-hmm. Even if I can't do it as perfectly as I would like.
Right. Yeah, it's an interesting perspective to think of embracing good enough, being appreciated in the future, which is so true. Right. But I don't usually think about it that way. Yeah.
Well, I think that what prompted this topic was some decisions I made on handling my mom's estate. Everything has to be on paper. So I have to write checks, and then when the check gets cashed, when it clears, I have to print out a copy of the check front and back and put it together with the bill. Mm-hmm. And, sort of my efficient thinking self is like, oh, well, I should just do this stuff like twice a month or something, or at most once a week, and just sort of batch it together so I'm not pulling out the checkbook and printing checks and, doing all of this stuff and sort of, every time it comes up.
Right. A productivity specialist would probably make that suggestion.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
However, what I decided to do was just do everything as soon as it comes in. As soon as I'm aware of it, a bill, I pull out the checkbook, I write the check, I put the bill in the folder. As soon as I import the transaction into YNAB, then I go to the bank website, print out the check, put it in the folder, and I just do it. So it's happening. If something needs to happen, it's happening every day. Mm-hmm. And the reason why that's helping my future self is when it comes time to have to submit this big stack of papers to the court to finish up the probate, it will all be there, and I won't have to think about whether I missed something, or, like sitting down and printing out all the checks or matching up printed checks to bills or, anything. It's just all done.
Yeah,
and I really think my future self will be very happy with not batching things and just getting it done.
You'll be like, I was so smart.
Yes.
I'm a genius. Well, and I think, and it also helps the self in between that moment and now, who doesn't have to worry about losing track of it, right? It's
right.
just done. You don't have to think, what do I have to do? What needs to be done? Or figure out where to store that stuff, that interim stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking, I don't have to have a system.
Right.
The system is a bill comes in, I pay it immediately, I put it in the file.
That's a system. You have a system.
Yeah, I mean, that is a system, but I don't have to come up with
fancy,
where do I store the bills? And then how do I remember to pay them periodically? And when do I decide to print out the checks? And
yeah, and I would be worrying about something falling through the cracks. And
right.
This is kind of crack proof. It's excellent.
It is.
Yeah, as long as you keep with the program. Yeah. Yay, that's an excellent example. And it reminds me of how QuickBooks, which used to be the bane of my existence, as you know,
yes.
Is now nothing, because I loved YNAB, so I look at my accounts every day, and when I download a transaction from YNAB, I now have the habit of just entering it into QuickBooks.
That's so convenient.
Yeah, it takes no time. It's right there, top of mind. Once a week I go through and make sure that I've caught everything. Every now and then something slips through, but I have the safety net of a weekly check that's in my task list that appears automatically on Saturdays. And it's just, it's terrific. So my future self is, at tax time this year, was so happy with my past self. Yeah. So, that's terrific. I'm looking at an incredibly dirty, now you want to know what the end of that sentence is, don't you?
Yeah. Shall we guess?
No. An incredibly dirty keyboard. My keyboard, certain keys of my keyboard are filthy. And I keep meaning to do something about it, right? Like, I don't know, clean it. Although I have literally thought of buying a new one. And because I don't want to clean it so much. And it's because I feel like it's going to be hard. I got to find the right way to clean it, right? It's a keyboard. Yes. Although I'm willing to buy a new one, just not to have to clean it at all, so I should be willing to risk doing it poorly or wrong.
Right.
But even if I just cleaned off like the 5 most dirty keys, that would be, my future self would be so happy, because I'm with it every day, this keyboard, and it's been bugging me. Can't even tell you how long.
And your future self will be so happy with your today self.
Exactly.
Every time you look at that keyboard and you're like, whew.
Yeah, I might have to.
Can't you just use a Clorox wipe or something?
Well, you would think I would have tried that. I don't think I have. I think I was afraid that it would be too, I don't know, liquidy or harsh. So I did try some. I had some keyboard cleaning device that I got in the Container Store. They have at Christmas time. They have all these stocking stuffers. It didn't do it. It was not up to the task.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's as simple as a Clorox wipe. I need to let go of the fear that I'll screw it up.
Because worst case scenario, you get a new keyboard.
A new keyboard that doesn't have the letters S, D, and T, and what is that? N.
Rubbed off,
yeah. And C. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sort of nice.
Yeah.
But you touch type, so.
Yeah, it's not a problem, only when I was trying to figure out what the key was. So that jumped in my mind, and I do believe I'm inspired enough that by the end of but after we finish today, I will do it. And I'll take a before and after picture, but I'll probably be too embarrassed to post it.
But come on, our listeners love us. They wouldn't judge you.
They would really love to see my grubby keyboard.
Well, but it is really satisfying to see something go from dirty to clean.
It's true. It's so true. Yep.
Yeah. But I think of just so many ways that you can use this tool. Like anytime you're feeling, sort of stuck by perfectionism, feeling paralyzed by perfectionism, think about how future you will be so happy when you make a decision and take action.
Yes. Yeah, the thing that occurred to me when we were first talking about this topic was the idea of going ahead and scheduling a vacation, even if you don't know where you're going to go or what even if you haven't done any research about it, get that vacation scheduled in your calendar for one, and then at least you'll have time off. And then secondly, just go ahead and book something. Maybe it's something that you can unbook later if you decide you find something way better. But do just anything that gets you in vacation mode, your future self will be happy for.
Yes.
Mine would be anyway, since I barely ever do that.
Yeah. And that just made me think about gift certificates. Mm-hmm. And I tend to have them pile up because I want to find the perfect time to use them.
Oh, yeah.
And just booking it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a gift certificate for a spa. Like, I just got my second vaccine. In 2 weeks, I will be ready to go out into the world. And I may not feel ready to do it right away, but at some point in the future, I might want to go get a massage. Just book it. Don't try to figure out the perfect day to do it. And then when I have that massage, I will be so happy with myself for having done that.
Exactly. Yes. That's excellent. And really the same goes for even things that are less pleasant, like a dentist appointment or something.
Yes.
Because, as much as we often aren't eager to go to the dentist, it's always good when you've gotten it behind you, no matter what.
Yeah.
Right? Says the person
and then
who
you
used
get
to
feel your clean teeth.
Yes, exactly. And there's no time that isn't a perfect time for a spa date, right?
Right.
I mean, especially for a gift certificate spa thing. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. We bought a gift certificate, or I bought one for Barry from one of our favorite restaurants for his birthday, which was almost a year ago, and we couldn't eat out, and we just wanted to support the restaurant, and so my future self was so happy this year on our anniversary in April when we used it. And,
that's so nice.
Yeah, although Barry pointed out it would have been even nicer if we didn't use it. Like if we paid for the gift certificate, gave them the money for that, and then also paid for our meal. If what we wanted to do was support. But it felt really great to get a very nice meal in a socially distanced environment for very little money, and we had to pay a little beyond the gift certificate. It was like to have a small charge on the credit card for that felt great.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah, I think there's just so many ways that you can think about helping yourself out in the future.
Might be enough to spur action, that perspective.
Yeah. And I think it does just shift your perspective enough that you can take action when otherwise you wouldn't, when you would maybe struggle to take action.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and it's sort of it's a little bit beyond the idea of like how good will you feel after you've done this. Mm-hmm. Like I always think about that, like when I need to work out and I think, I'll feel really good after having done it. Like, I'll be really happy with myself having done it, and it's sort of like that. But even thinking. Bringing yourself into what's the word I want, like bringing into your conscious mind the idea that even beyond just finishing the workout, like exercising regularly will help me feel better far into the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your elderly future self will thank you.
Yes. I'm never going to be elderly. What do you mean?
Oh boy, I feel like I already am elderly.
I know, as I'm like holding my back and
Yeah.
adjusting my hearing aids.
Oh, that's right. I always forget that you wear hearing aids.
Yeah, it's funny. But I'm trying to think of some other examples of where this would be really useful. I wrote a blog post years ago that was, I think it was called Do a Favor for Future You. Mm-hmm. And I was really happy with myself because I think the gist of it, I should have looked at it before we started this, but the gist of it was that I had a cold and I had previously made chili from your chili recipe and had frozen some. And I think I also had like chicken soup I had made and frozen some. And then I had made my honey, lemon, ginger stuff. And so then I had a cold, and I was able to take care of myself. This is when I was living alone.
Right, you had like 100% of what you needed. You had nourishment and that lemon, ginger, honey thing is so great for a sore throat. So soothing and comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll dig up that blog post and post a link to it, right?
Yes. I'll make sure to do that.
But I really do. I remember enjoying that post at the time, and I've always admired how you make chili and put portions into jars and put them in your freezer. With the rice, right? Is that right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all there. Then, you can eat it just like that, but hopefully you have cheese and sour cream and maybe even a little diced onion to put on top.
Yes. That sounds good.
I know. Now I'm like, I want chili.
Yeah. But it's that portion, that step of when you were single, living alone, you're cooking yourself a big batch of deliciousness and then taking that step to make it really easy to eat it later. Like me, I don't remember how I fed myself when I lived alone, but I'm sure what I would do would be to put it all in the refrigerator and eat it for a week. Because I couldn't be bothered to portion it up and put it in the freezer. So,
but it's just taking a little time now to help yourself out in the future.
Yeah, I mean, packing a lunch. I mean, or planning your breakfast is something I should try more to do because I always have a hard time coming up with a good breakfast. There's lots of things that can really just make everything easier, whether it's your elderly self or tomorrow's self.
Well, and speaking of tomorrow's self, one of the best things I can do for my tomorrow self is decide what I'm going to do first thing in the morning. And, come up with a list of 1 to 3 things so I can hit the ground running. Like if I'm going to hop on the Peloton, then I figure out which ride I'm going to do, if there's a live one I want to do. So I don't have to make that decision in the morning. I know, the 1 to 3 things that I have to do the next day. And whenever I plan ahead like that, it makes the day goes so much easier.
Yes. Set yourself up for success in the morning, particularly you who you're not really a morning person.
No.
So make it as easy for yourself in the morning. I think that's excellent.
That was very kind and generous how you said that.
Oh, thank you. One thing I've started doing just in the last week or so, I have my Trello task management board that I absolutely love. But what I've taken to doing is in the evening when I'm through work, I'm upstairs, maybe watching TV or something, I'll pull out a nice piece of paper and pens. I mean, they're just right there. And create sort of a hand-lettered map of the next day. With just sort of so it's fun to look at. And then it makes for a very nice guide. The rest of the day.
I love that idea.
Yeah, thanks. I can take a picture of one and put it in the show notes.
Oh, yeah. That actually inspires me to like get back to a little drawing and cartooning.
I was going to say, you could put cartoons in yours, and that would be especially special.
That's so funny because I have not been at all inspired to sort of journal, say, what's happened through drawing or cartooning or anything. But somehow planning for tomorrow feels very inspiring.
Oh, nice.
Which I don't get that, but I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, that's funny. I was been thinking for the last few days, I should send a picture of this to Shannon because I bet she'd like it. And then I never did. So I'm glad we had this conversation.
Yeah. Well, and we would love to see what you all do with this idea. Maybe you want to join us in making maps for your next day, for your tomorrow self. You can let us know on Instagram or Facebook at Getting to Good Enough, on Twitter at GTG Enough, or you can call and leave us a voicemail at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. Or head over to gettingtogoodenough.com and leave a comment in the show notes. But for now, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. Oh, I'm like going to make myself a little kit right now to do this with.
A kit
tonight.
So that your future self this evening will be able to do it with ease.
Exactly.
Excellent.